Alright, so we just spoke to Gladys, managed to buy something off of her. That, yeah, managed to buy the nav key, and so I think I'm gonna do a couple of these side quests before I continue on with the main one. What's up here? Why is the vicar a waypoint? Hello.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities?
You hesitated there, Vicar. What aren't you telling me?
Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it?
This all seems awfully inconvenient.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Okay. Pay to view me. Restricted to diamond level guests, but feel free to peruse our catalog. A lab-grown giant canid goes on an adorable rampage, leading a family of scientists on a wild chase across Emerald Vale. Spending the holiday away from home proves to be a chore, but the family soon realizes that true friends are the monsters you meet along the way. Rated FSR 11 for fun times, simulated rampage, and body count 11. Alright. Oh. Nannerspank. Access guest messages. Here it has. One of UB's squealers came asking for you, wanted to know what you would like to drink, who to talk to, who you talk to, what's your temperament like, tried to pay me off. I took the bits and told her a pack of lies. Watch your back when you get in. Don't want to find you in the waste disposal chute. Been a while since I heard from you. You're on that long haul out to Deshkova right now. Hope it goes well. Got a space for you and yours to meet when you get back. It's a storage room, but it's quiet and safer than the bar. Should be able to accommodate most of your folks. No fees or nothing. Just let me buy you a beer. Reviewed your proposal for the 10th time. Still not agreed that the galactic mushroom is an acceptable flavor for a Rizzo beverage. Mushroom flavored beverage. Okay. Junk. Junk, junk, junk. Ouch.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend Silver Township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed? Talk to your local manager about applying for military training and lend your life to wonderful brands and
Music box.
military service does not guarantee full employment rights, tax breaks, military discount, health benefits, military burial, participation medal, training, or weapons.
Oh,
Stop
jeez.
that!
This has been
What do you think you're doing?
Nothing. Leave me alone.
Ah, sorry for the misunderstanding.
Now see here, what was I doing again?
Sleeping. Okay. Okay. You.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing.
All the traders in the system come through here. Heard anything interesting?
Only the usual. Marauders all over space. You ever wonder how folk who can't figure the bleeding edge technology of a spoon can manage to get ships into space?
What's the heat issue I hear people complaining about?
The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday.
Rude.
And we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it.
Sounds like you have an issue with your thermal control system.
Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could. All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here, and it's only gonna get worse.
What do you need radiators for?
They're supposed to gather up all the heat the systems generate and vent it into space. Instead of the heat going where it ought, though, it seems to be blowing straight down the promenade.
How long's it been like this?
Weeks? I lost track. Too law-damn long.
Who's in charge of fixing it?
Engineering. Chief Junlei Tennyson, to be precise. She runs this heap. Best she can, anyway. Don't know what's got her dragging her heels, but I wish she'd hurry it up.
Maybe I can do something
That's
about
not
it.
for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief Junlei in engineering.
Okay. What do you know about Chief
There's
Junlei?
nobody who knows more about the station's guts. Any system you could name, June's crawled around inside and made it better. She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't see her as much of a drinker. Too straight-laced for that. What ain't I got?
Don't need. And don't need. Okay. What's here? The locked room. Ooh, okay, kitchen. Nothing here. Oh, not enough. Drink. Hello, chef.
If you're short on bits, you can work off your tab.
That's it. Okay.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled.
You alright?
I'll be just a moment.
Okay. I'll leave you alone. What else is there here? Interstellar Crew.
Is any of the news they play here actually true?
Who's Belle Everson? Hello.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? Ah, that's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you.
What's the benefit of modifying my weapons?
Why, it gets you the weapon best suited for your lifestyle.
All the better for performing a little percussive maintenance.
Self-improvement, including one's weapons, is always a worthy endeavor.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like finesse? Slap a scope and silencer on that bad boy. Bunker down in a bush someplace and pop off heads. What if you like getting in close and making a lot of noise? Extended ammo magazine and a barrel heatsink to bump up rate of fire.
How do I attach a modification?
Only takes a bit of elbow grease and a spot of engineering know-how. Most ships have a workbench near the cargo hold. Ours is in engineering. You could take your new toys over there if you feel like tinkering.
If I change my mind, can I take a mod off or replace it?
No and yes. When you install something, it pops in there real nice, but if you want to replace it, the originals tend to snap like plastic toys.
Where can I find modifications?
Right here for a start. I got a fair selection. Modified weapons are my specialty.
Does modifying a weapon void the warranty?
A what? Sorry, hon. Here at Bell's Shells, we just don't discuss impolite topics, and WARRANTIES tops the list.
Thanks.
So, what can I get you?
I'll have a look. Power grip, speed grip, misdrouch. Yeah.
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1? Last I heard, the board was in dispute with the
Do you mind? Can
Sounded
you
dire.
look away, please?
Careful where you smoke. The crew bills us for air filtration.
The board rep's office used to- It just me? Or has
Or
it
not.
been deader than usual?
Is any of the news they play here actually true?
Let's see what we can add to it. Some stealth, some dialogue, and one more to tech. Why not? As you can see, I have no idea what I'm doing.
It's always fucking freezing in the base.
Oh, how'd you
What
see?
do you think you're doing?
Nothing.
Just don't make any trouble for me, okay?
What do you think you're doing?
Okay, that doesn't work. All right. What's over here?
I'm not going anywhere. you
Spacer. Oh, geez, that's scary. Oh, that's cool. Guess what you're wearing, Max? Oops. Alright. Let's give him tech skills. Alright. Does that help me? Hack. No, I don't even. Oh, I don't want to wear that. No thanks. Oh, not that either. I never equipped weapons. Oh well. Don't mind me. Hello.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget.
You work for Spacer's Choice. Ever been to Edgewater?
Heard of it. My orientation Aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
Well, don't go looking into it.
If you did, that'd be good, actually. They could use the help.
And if you do, please don't mention us.
I'd have to go over my contract, but I don't think I'm allowed to leave Groundbreaker. Or this stall. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too.
Rude. I've got to ask you about the hat.
I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
It's not the best choice! It's Spacer's choice! Taste the freedom!
Oh, that's great. Where can I get a hat like yours?
You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Just keep your nose clean and aim for the moon.
You doing alright in there?
Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice is affordable.
Can you see in there?
I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price.
How do you brush your teeth?
Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprat Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development.
Do you miss eating solid food?
Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find
Just
none
keep
like them on
trolling
all of
him.
Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon colony.
Do you have to sleep with that on?
Trouble sleeping? Try our lunar.
Alright.
The blast will
Does Spacer's Choice make you wear that?
add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier.
That's enough out of you. Do you need me to get help? Do you need to help get you out of there?
Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make space?
I'm assessing the man beneath the mask. Are you okay?
Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job. It may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be.
Alright. Sorry if I pushed you too hard, Martin.
It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality parts?
Shut it. What do you sell here?
Anything and everything.
Okay. Must be shoddy quality if it needs replacing.
Just the opposite. Spacer's Choice items are always new, hot off the shelves, because customers just can't stop buying new stuff. Oh, sorry. Got the line wrong.
If you wouldn't mind.
Spacer's Choice items are always new, hot off the shelves, because customers just can't stop improving their lives with our fine products.
Good job.
You could go broke buying overpriced Aramid gear, or you could buy from us at a much more reasonable rate.
These prices seem steep to me.
Well, this is just the beginning of a long, fruitful relationship. Who knows what discounts await the loyal customer?
You know.
Have a look.
Lie +5. Alright. Hot garbage. Alright. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, that's great. Wait. I was already in here.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear? You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
Yes, you are.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
Mm-hmm.
See, Umfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place.
What's this about your friend?
Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Wait, you don't even like her, but you're checking on her?
You say that like it's weird.
None of my business, I was just
I
curious.
just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all.
Maybe I can look in on Jessie.
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Okay. Where are my automechs? I know you boast about the Skillia shortcut, but could you maybe venture through a pocket of space that isn't infested with pirates? You know, pirates. Ones who love cargo and hate rules. Here in Medbay, we've got blunt tools, watered down meds, long shifts, and shaky hands don't let me down. Staff shortage. Hello?
Something I can help you with?
Can I go in?
If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her.
The records say? Have you actually spoken to her yourself?
She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records. if that's what you're implying.
Can I
Not
buy
without
supplies?
dispensation from Chief Jun Lei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here.
How do you mean?
We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable.
Okay.
Take care.
I assume I can just walk in. Hello?
Miss Doyle isn't having any visitors, even friends.
Hello, Dr. Wanda.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Better myself, isn't this the midday?
Sure is. You need a deft hand to straighten a busted nose or sparkle up those not-so-pearly whites? I'm your gal. Of course, there's not much cosmetic improvement going on at the moment, not without my mechanicals. Where the law is Irian anyway?
Wheeler told me to tell you get off his ass about your shipment.
Did he now? The mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
I could try to find them.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Okay. Anything else?
Keep hanging around, and I'll begin to think you're here for me. What can I do for you?
Don't flatter yourself.
You have your...
Sick woman. Oh, sick Mardet. Don't cough on me. Jerk. Oh, I see. Okay. How do I use this? Shroud. How do I use holographic shroud? Oh, it auto uses, doesn't it? Ah.
Looking sharp.
Thanks. Maybe not that one.
For the last Ratdodon Rutton time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Ellie sent me.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
Open the door before I kick it
Should've
down.
known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
Thanks.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
Ellie asked me to help you, so that's what I plan to do.
Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
What did you do that got you in trouble?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding
Sure.
denizen of this ship, I swear.
Yet you think the board had someone follow you and now you're hiding out.
Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
So you stole it.
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the Med Bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent.
Smart. I'll talk to Udom for you.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh? You're sure no one followed you?
What does Ellie think she owes you?
Oh, you should ask her that. She'll love it. By which I mean she'll probably have an apoplectic fit.
Ellie was pretty empathetic that you two aren't emphatic that you two aren't friends. What's going on here?
Oh, that's just how Ellie is. According to her, she don't need no one or anything to get by in life. She can deny it all she wants, but we know each other. More than just as passing acquaintances. We've helped each other. Sometimes we even like each other. Lone pirates don't live too long, and it ain't weak to have a friend or two.
Okay. Nothing else? Oh, jeez.
I'll keep quiet.
Oh. Why did I think there were people here? Okay. Alright. Hello.
Any word on Jessie?
She's in debt to the board and thinks someone's after her. I'll handle it.
Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Okay. Waste disposal. Fun. Garbage room. Okay.
Hey, that's impressive.
The rabbit. Kill them all. Ah, they bit me. I'm rabbit too. Interesting. I don't know where I am. Ooh, heavy machine gun.
Great work.
Oh,
How'd you get back there?
never you mind.
do with their waste? I guess they just chuck it down here. Where does it all go?
I killed your friend. Now I killed you. Ha ha ha. Whoa.
How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch. Okay?
Yeah, I don't want to go in the incinerator. Ooh. Frankie got a lead on some local salvage. One of the groundbreakers' old hangars was bricked over until somebody found it by poking around the steep doors. Quarters. Lilia gave us the go-ahead to plant her flag once we clear out of the new arrivals. I'm sending you to scout. Look for a loose panel. You got to climb on top of the bunks and head toward the back wall. Lilia says we should watch our backs. She thinks we're being tailed. In other words, typical Lilia. Sounds like she was right. Someone threw you in the garbage chute. Okay. But
Hello? Someone there? Help! I'm locked in here. Can you get me out?
okay. Why not? Hello. Oh, jeez.
Shit, ain't that a relief?
Think you already relieved yourself.
You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells until you've been trapped in a tiny bathroom with an overflowing toilet. Thanks again, friend.
What happened?
What usually happens on this partially pressurized rust bucket? Something broke. Well, actually 2 things broke. First, the damn toilet overflowed. When I came to clean that up, the damn door decided to close and lock on me.
How long were you in there?
Time stood still. I was aware of nothing but the smell. Ugh, could have been days. Ah, shit. That means I haven't clocked out in days. Song is gonna have my ass for wage theft.
I did you a favor. What are you gonna do for me?
You're gonna shake me down after I was trapped in a shit-covered bathroom? Is that how it is?
Yes. Are you gonna pay up or are you gonna stand there smelling like poop?
Fine. Here's every bit I've got. Is that enough for you? Or do you want my shit-covered clothes as well?
Sure, why not? Keep your pants on.
I will. I will preserve my dignity. No one can take that away from me. Suppose it's time to reevaluate my career goals.
You don't have to smear it everywhere. Nasty. Whoa, what the?
Here we go!
Good job, Cap! Not even a scratch.
Oh, jeez. Ferris says the Last Hope Plumbing is acting up. Can take a gander at the usual spot while you're here. Somebody locked their key behind the door. It's a locked one. Once you're ready for a challenge, come back and we'll discuss the radiators for the 100th time. Cool. Duh. Oh, I see. That took me nowhere. Ooh. Okay. It's a lot of stuff. Can I not climb there? I think I'll die if I do. No. Yeah, no, can't jump. Oh, right. Oh, jeez. Duh. I'm stuck. Make sure I didn't miss anything. No. No, okay. Send users. Hey, Mom. Okay. Nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Hack. Even though it's been a nigh on 20 years since our last meetup on Groundbreaker, I was hoping we could get our old gang back together. I understand that things have changed. Some of us are long-range haulers, some of us have gone corporate, some of us are likely dead, and some of us are in Tartarus and not reading this message, but I haven't lost hope. No one responds to my last invite. I hope that means your schedules are full up with family gatherings and job opportunities. Stay free, freelancers. Off the ice on the round trip with the Zashkova, but we should go do something about it. If you leave a message and I'll respond to you getting back to Gen San in 3 years.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Don't be rude.
Back. I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life, Marcy? Guarding stairs for that walking mustache Udon fucking Bedford? I gotta get off this detail.
Language.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas. Have you seen this man? Reward
Nope.
offered for information leading to the capture
Greasy.
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
Aren't you just a glorified vending machine?
This unit is programmed to simulate shock at such assertions. Shock simulation non-functional. A trouble ticket has been filed.
Let me take a look at that. Maybe I can
Shock
fix it.
simulation restored. Initiating shocked subroutine. How dare you? Shocked subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level of customer increased by 35%. Resuming protein dispensation protocol. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion. Beginning
Proteins.
dispensing sequence. Please unblock all relevant facial protein ingestion tubes.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Nice.
Oh. I see.
Easy does it.
Warning, please follow all recommended safety protocols before maintaining or cleaning your unit. The ACSR F900 is equipped with an anti-tampering subsystems, which trigger a self-defense mechanism on the food preparation apparatus. Self-defense supersedes any pacifist function. Please also remember to deactivate and remove all slicing, dicing, blending, filleting, chopping, deboning, or tenderizing apparatus prior to opening any access panels. It is critical that Okay. Oh wow. That's another part of the ship. Weapons dude. Ike.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons, for those times you have to repel boarders but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
Are you a spacer yourself?
Not me, but it's in my blood. After the crossing, my family worked Eridanos, indentured to the corporations.
Go on.
I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out. That's why I settled on Groundbreaker. It's the last bastion of freedom.
Tell me more about your wares.
Everything I sell is fresh from the forge. Technically, the metal formed billions of years ago, but it's freshly in this shape.
Okay. Ooh. Lockpick max. No max distance, 2.5. Don't really want to waste my bits on that. Hello, Ethel.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a fresh ground batch of spratwurst cooking. They're terra-fried to lock in the juices. How about a grinder's dozen?
I would. What's a spratwurst?
You know what sprats are? Space rats. The laboratories of Spacer's Choice found a use for this limitless frontier resource. Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. We grind them up in sausages, then terra-fry them in their own juices.
What does terra-fry mean?
Terra-frying is a Spacer's Choice brand secret. A mix of 13 herbs and spices, plus a dash of modern chemistry.
Terra-frying. Spratwurst your own invention or what?
Legally? No. The terra-frying method was developed and marketed by Spacer's Choice. Between you, me, and this grinder, I've been through lean times. If there's one thing you learn on tramp freighters, it's how to make near anything edible. Might be that this old space hand put a few words in the right ears, and could be that Spacer's Choice liked sticking it to C&P by R&Ding our own special meat.
Spratwurst like boarwurst? I've seen that a lot.
Absolutely not. Spratwurst and all related terms are registered trademarks of Spacer's Choice. Boar, the other meat, is a registered trademark of C&P. Everyone knows our company and theirs are nothing alike.
Okay.
Just as
let's see what you have. Terra-frying spratwurst. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Wow. Okay. That is terrifying.
Still betting on the tossball series? I know you were trying to stop.
I put a couple of bits in Vera's pool. 1,000 says Rizzo's Rangers this year.
Sublight Salvage. Their front looks surprisingly on the up and up.
You reckon we can shop here, or is it all spoke for?
Elevator. Hello?
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the Unreliable?
That's right. Name's Captain Hawthorne.
Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door.
So you're a Sublight employee?
Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
I should go. Ooh. Yeah, they can see. Right.
What do you
Oh,
think you're
jeez.
doing?
Nothing.
Consider this your warning.
Thanks for the warning. Protective clothing with safety harness. Cool. Yeah, there was nothing in here worth it. Well. Can I read your journal, ma'am? Thank you. If authorities are on your heels, your legal team has pre-approved you to recite this passage from our colonial trading rights. Pursuant to regulations following internally preserved forest, such a business entity would therefore be entitled to gather, maintain, and ultimately dispose of the decommissioned agricultural hardware and accessories for profit or convenience. Short version, if we handled potted meat, we can legally salvage tractors and tractor parts. That's why I keep a can of Borscht in the Sublight owned safe deposit box off-world, and that's why the goods you bring in are cataloged as farm equipment. Everything we do is perfectly legal. Now go bring us home some bacon.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
I'm Captain Hawthorne.
A little advice. Before you start telling lies, get a feel for who you're talking to. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere.
Don't let Ada hear you calling her ship names.
Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
Tell me about the job.
One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you.
What's Sublight doing in Fallbrook?
A few of my contractors run flights in there and out again, working around with the board embargo. We keep the community lubricated with a steady supply of booze and unconventional erotica. Byzantium kids with more money than sense can thank Sublight for their good time.
How unconventional.
One of my guys filmed a Raptidon grinding on an automech. Didn't end well for anyone, including the cameraman.
Okay.
When the board pulled out of Monarch, they buried or sealed anything they couldn't carry off-world. Apparently, one of Catherine's teams uncovered an abandoned lab with full tanks of Alta Vitae gas.
So I'm going after Alta Vitae gas. What exactly is that?
Exactly 1 million bits per cubic meter. Before you get too excited, the only thing rarer than Alta Vitae gas is a reliable buyer. Dangerous stuff. Acid for the nucleon in your cells. It's no good to anyone outside of a lab.
Ah, yes, Alta Vitae. I knew someone who inhaled it by accident. I'd never seen anybody spontaneously combust before.
I see your friend here is the brains of the operation. Good. Every salvage crew needs one.
Sure.
Now get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood?
Sounds shady.
Could be. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
Probably.
Well, that set me at ease.
We're not gonna have to hurt somebody, are we?
Maybe. This way. Engineering. We'll talk to these people first.
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
Advertisement for the fall.
I think everything in here is worth more than I made in my whole life.
What it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed. Talk to your local manager.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he.
Says you.
Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Alex isn't important. I'm here to turn in Phineas Wells.
What?
Commandant Senita said you were looking for Phineas, and I know where he is.
Oh, she's fantastic. Very dependable. Quite unlike that stubborn Tennyson woman. Oh, and there we are. I've removed the lock on your ship in a show of my gratitude. An apprehension of this caliber will be tremendous for my career. I'll send you straight away to my superiors in Byzantium, only... Oh, la. Oh, no.
Let me guess, there's a catch.
Just a teensy one, the teensiest. Nothing to, lie awake worrying about for nights on end or anything. The thing is, I needed money. A lot of money, quickly, for reasons.
Kind of reasons.
That's really neither here nor there, don't you think?
I like to know what motivates the people I work with.
I've been working on something on the side, all right? Something not entirely, on the level.
You'll feel better if you get it off your chest.
It's a little silly, I'll admit. Silly and completely illegal. I'd be forced into early retirement if the board found out. I produce bootleg serials. I can't help myself. Jurisprudence After Hours, or All My Colonists, The New Immortals. Romance, tragedy, debt collection.
Okay.
And they're all mine.
That was you? Oh my stars. All My Colonists is just... Well, it gave me a story hangover for days, Mr. Udom.
You're a fan? I've never met one in the flesh. I suddenly feel quite naked.
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Udom. I don't judge.
The heart wants what it wants, as they say, and mine yearns for the adoration of the masses. Held at a comfortable distance, of course.
That's really into something.
I wish I could say others felt the same. I've made nothing on them. Not a bit. My losses are staggering.
Okay, so you need the money to make your cereals. How did you get it?
I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fence here on the Groundbreaker. I can't authorize the paperwork you'll need to turn Phineas in without it.
Stray too much from the straight and narrow, and one may just find himself assigned pastoral duty in a maximum security penitentiary.
It's only temporary, of course. I'd never leave something so important in the hands of someone of such dubious moral character. I was going to buy it back once I raised the capital. So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to hand Phineas over to the board.
You have to be kidding. How stupid can you be?
Though it might surprise you.
Oh, gosh. That's quite a goof, sir. If you don't mind me saying.
I'm very well aware. Now, let's get back to business.
So before I can do the board a favor and turn over wells, I need to do you a favor first.
That's the long and short of it, yes.
Final talk to Gladys.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm certain Gladys can be made, well, can probably be made to see reason. I'll be waiting eagerly for your return. Now, is there any way in which I might assist you?
Hear about Jessie Doyle. I want her debt settled.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
She's worth more alive than dead. Put her under an indentured contract.
That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate?
Way I see it, she didn't have much of a choice.
I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work? Be my guest.
Look at these locked doors in the back.
A luxury stateroom reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Does Chairman visit here often?
Good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use.
What do you do here?
I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands.
Big fish in a small space station. Nice setup.
I have few complaints.
Can you get me to Stellar Bay?
Good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
Are there hot or so? No.
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably.
Okay. I would have done it. You didn't have to crack open a thesaurus.
Best to be clear, I believe.
Doesn't seem hot in here, you.
Law, but it's miserable. My Chief Tennyson is supposed to.
Okay. Why are there armed guards in here?
Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course.
Rats. Seems like you're looking for a fight to me.
Hardly. And if I might be frank, I doubt the Mardettes would be much match for seasoned UDL troops. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status, and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign. Please.
Back to my other question. Leaving.
Is it Mr. Wells, the fella who woke you? How bad could he be?
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of
Thought there'd be more machinery.
Hunted Marksby helmet.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
This is in the Halcyon colony. We all want new neighbors from time to time.
brush teeth. Let's go checklist. Obstructionist. You're playing with our lives. Did they install you on my ship? Just get on my skin, or are you building this? Steal all your junk. That it? Okay. Ahoy.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
Nice but you got here, Chief.
No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
I'll do whatever I can to help you keep the peace.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Now that my ship's out of impound, I can safely say I'm headed for Monarch.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Parvati?
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great! I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Thanks, Junlei. I had some other questions for
Not
you.
a problem, Captain. Ask away.
I heard you're having a heat problem. What's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Why haven't you fixed them yet?
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
Surely the board doesn't want Groundbreaker to roast.
They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves.
Rude.
The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive.
You need a contractor to work this out. I'm available for a reasonable rate.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Back bays? Am I supposed to know where that is?
Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Couldn't we try to talk this out with whoever's down there?
Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts.
You can't get these parts anywhere else.
You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy.
Their negotiations sound like a bureaucratic coup.
Damn right. And while I'm captain of the Groundbreaker, it falls to me to preserve this ship's independence.
Ever tried sending anyone
I
else?
have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
None taken.
Nice and pragmatic. Thanks for understanding.
Get you those parts.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs. Sorry about the heat.
You don't have a lot of faith in
You're
the board.
right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
You must not like Udon Bedford much.
I like to think of myself as a nice person, but if that gaudy embassy of his was on fire, I might hold my breath a moment before activating the sprinkler system. The board wants control over Groundbreaker, and leeches like Udon Bedford will do anything to please their corporate masters.
How do you keep the board at a safe distance?
I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. You've got...
What's it like being in command around here?
Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life-or-death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
Chip's a family business?
Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gaying, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer.
Condolences.
Appreciate it. There wasn't much that took me by surprise about the job, but the little things you never expect or think about, they add up over time. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
Pravati here could always help you shoulder the burden.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out.
Where's the self-destruct
I
mechanism?
hope that was a joke, Captain. I really do. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a stim that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family recipe.
Aren't you a little young to be training a successor?
You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when. You've got my attention.
Okay.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled
Good
advertisement.
law, the heat in here is so unbearable I can hardly even concentrate.
Finals are scheduled
Julie
to
better
air
hurry up
soon,
with those
but
damn
a
repairs
scandal
already.
has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question. Both teams have tested negative for performance-enhancing stims. A tossball first. Coaches and referees are exchanging notes.
I was fixing that toilet you sent me to repair. The one about the lost hope.
That was days ago.
The fucking door. It locked behind me. And it wasn't until this freighter captain found me that I...
You're lucky the chief would have my ass if I spaced you. Now get back to work, Private.
Right away, sir. Suppose it's time to reevaluate my career goals.
I'd say so.
Suppose it's time to...
You should clear out. Engineering's a dangerous place to wander until we get those radiators fixed.
Right away, sir. Suppose it's time to reevaluate my career goals. I'd say so. Suppose it's time to... You should clear out. Engineering's a dangerous place to wander until we get those radiators fixed.
Hmm. bones and gears don't mix, I'd say.
Good, we're in.
Wink. Alright, where to next on the map?
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of wanted terrorist Vinny's Wells.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice too. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
Are you saying you'll work for me just because I helped Jesse?
If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say
Thanks.
I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version.
What exactly did Jesse do for you anyway?
She helped me win a bet.
What was the bet?
We were on a smuggling run planet side when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur.
Don't tell me you tried.
What can I say? Something about people telling me I can't do a thing that just makes me itch to prove them wrong. And, as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't picked it off.
So she saved your life.
Yeah, but the important thing is I won the bet.
You really don't like owing people, do you?
It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin.
Welcome aboard.
You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Meet me on the ship.
Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the board now.
You're welcome.
I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up dead. You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
Watch yourself. Alright. Now let's talk to Gladys. Wait. Gladys is over the side.
Great law, is it hot in here? Or is it just my glands acting up again?
Udom told me you have his official board seal. Can I buy it from you?
Depends. What are you planning to do with it?
Forged papers go to Byzantium, obviously.
See the lights. Taking a show or two at the infamous Bijou. Could be a treat if you like that kind of thing. All right, I'll sell it to you. But it's gonna cost you dear.
8,000 bits. Oh, I'll keep that in mind.
Anything else, dear? Shouldn't be.
Back to your 100.
Straight to the
What's
point, eh?
Don't need to know all this.
Groundbreakers radio. But go.
Thanks for your time. Can I steal it? Probably in here, isn't it? Okay. More to stealth. Ooh. Walk speed, damage when alone in the party, base health. Let's do walk speed. Ooh. Okay, and get new parts with radio, repeat distress signal, recording on your ship, hunt down and kill Macred. Retrieve missing passcode. Find acid steeper. The last one here is get new parts. Okay. And okay. Can we sell stuff? I don't think I have 8,000 bits, but you're not a merchant. This guy's a merchant.
You should give our latest. Don't.
So fair warning, you're still logged in one of the public terminals.
Shit. Oh shit. No, I mean, yeah. Excellent. Yeah, that was intentional. As the face of Spacer's Choice, it's my honor to be a public figure. Who needs privacy when you have job security? Have a look.
Alright, let's sell. Not gonna use any of this. Okay, it's this, that, and that. Don't want that. Ooh. That's alright. That's alright. Junk. Okay. Elevator.
CNP Bourse Pockets can be macrowaved in 2.5 seconds. Bourse Pockets.
Macrowaved.
Miss Lilia takes good care of us, see? The authorities stay off our tails.
That takes us to the lower level. Okay. Alright. Guess we'll go down to the next level next time. Alright. That's it for me. I hope you had a fun time watching. We will be continuing the Outer Worlds next time. I'm usually on around 1:30 or 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, but no particular days at this moment. Though I try to come on every Friday, and then sometimes whenever I'm free, sometimes I'm not. So follow my channel or my Twitter at JasperUsual2 to get updates on when I go live. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.